A jury found Damian Seeds guilty of the August 2008 shooting of death of Isidoro Cervantes Araguin. Well, it's another day of ups and downs on Wall Street. The Dow closed with a loss of about 140 points. A vote is set for next week on new casino licenses. Iowa gambling regulators say they are going ahead with it despite an investigation into political contributions made to Governor Chet Culver's campaign. As crews are lowering a large box over a spewing oil well in the Gulf, some Minnesota lawmakers are checking out the scene for themselves. U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar and U.S. Representative Jim Oberstar are visiting the Gulf Coast to assess the damage and recovery efforts. Assistant Chief Meteorologist Jim Politis is in the Storm Team 3 Forecast Center. Winter is certainly creeping back into the area. Jim, when was the last time snow fell in May in North Iowa, southern Minnesota? Tonight we are introducing you to the Scholastic All-Stars from St. Ansgar High School. Flags are flying at half-staff as thousands gather to give a final salute to a fallen police sergeant. Nearly 3,000 people are attending the funeral of Joseph Bergeron.
Jenna, they tell me really anything could happen.
All right, thank you, Brian. Experts say the stock market is a very personal experience.
Snowflakes in some places, I'll tell you where in just a few moments.
Ooh, that's not a good word.
I know, sorry, not at all.
All right, well, thank you, Adam. Well, it's that time of year when severe weather strikes, and we here at KIMT want to make sure your family is safe in case it does. Still to come, new research is showing that there may be more cancer-causing elements in your life than you think. The singing got the better of me.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you had a good time, so.
I thought that I was part of the band. Let's get to our top stories this morning. We now know the man killed in a weekend helicopter crash near Rochester. 68-year-old Alan Joseph Broussard was from California. He was found unconscious after the helicopter went down in a bean field. Its owner believes Broussard suffered a heart attack. And people in Iowa are still trying to come to grips with a bursting dam.
KIMT News 3's Jenna Lee joins us in Studio 3 with a Covering Your Family special report, Then and Now. Jenna.
Thanks, Jamie. Yes, not too long ago, a husband, wife, and 2 kids made up the definition of family. But now that same institution, which many of us are a part of, has undergone a revamping. So what does a family really look like nowadays, and who's taking the lead in reorganizing America's family album?
Tonight we turn to KIMT News 3's Jenna Lee live in Studio 3 with a special report, Weighing the Odds.
The odds of obesity impacting the state of the nation's economy is great. The odds of obesity increasing the cost of the nation's healthcare system is huge. Recent polls show Governor Chet Culver closing the gap against his Republican opposition. This morning in Daybreak's Good Morning Governor series, we're taking a closer look at the one-time youngest, longest-serving Iowa governor in state history, Terry Branstad.
48,000 jobs from the start of the recession. The unemployment rate was actually under 4% at one point. Now it's hitting closer to 7%. What is your plan, Governor, in creating jobs?
Well, you know, I've had experience of leading Iowa back from the farm crisis of the 80s.
Your position on denying children of illegal immigrants education gained national attention. Do you still stand by that position?
Right, thank you. Well, is Governor Chet Culver continuing to feel the effects of his 10% across-the-board cut?
How do you recover from that and reassure Iowans that you are indeed the best candidate?
Well, this race really boils down to everything you learned in 3rd grade math.
Having talked to former Governor Branstad a few weeks ago, he did speak passionately about same-sex marriage, and it is an issue that he would like to revisit and turn over to voters.
Joining us to analyze the big games as well as a unique new bowl game is ESPN analyst and former NFL quarterback Jesse Palmer. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being on. We appreciate it. All right, let's move on to the NFL and the playoffs. It was a big weekend on Sunday for Packer fans that are watching this morning. What are the chances of the Packers beating the Eagles? Mason City leaders are speaking out after a billboard gains national media attention. The North Iowa Tea Party's billboard links President Obama to dictators like Hitler and Lenin. The board was replaced Wednesday morning, but the message is still sinking in. The Chamber and Visit Mason City tell us they're receiving numerous complaints. Some say they're no longer interested in doing business with the area. Well, southern Minnesotans spent the night trying to limit flood damage to homes and businesses.
Road crews are distributing sand and bags throughout areas that could fall victim to the flooding. They're also setting up barricades on roads covered in water. Later today, Governor Tim Pawlenty will tour locations hit by heavy rains, including Truman, Pine Island, and Owatonna. Well, new this morning, daybreak is following a late night shooting in Algona. Details of the incident are unfolding. Here's what we know. Algona police were called to the Crossroads Scenic Station on a U.S. Highway 18 after 10 Monday night to investigate an apparent robbery and at least one shooting. When a KIMT News 3 reporter arrived at the scene, there was police crime tape around the station property and about 7 officers on scene. A tip caller told KIMT shots were fired at the station and a clerk inside was injured. The Kossuth County Sheriff's Office declined to confirm those details. However, we're told more information is being prepared by the county attorney and will be released later this morning. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks so much.